It's very tempting to get all this research and then just say to the AI, cool, write me a viral tweet on that. The AI will happily do it, but the tweet will be shit. We need to add your thoughts and your expertise. You are still the expert here. The AI is going to be helping you, but you are the expert and we want to get your thoughts and opinions. So for me, I sit down with my briefing, pull up the web pages, pull up the tweet, and then do a live stream. I do this every single day for about an hour a day. That is psychotic. I do not recommend that. That's basically me being almost a full-time content creator. That is unreasonable for most business owners. So what I'd recommend is sitting down with this news and recording a voice note. You can record into Claude while you're looking at the research, being like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that this was that. And you give your thoughts. You can get things wrong and tell the AI, oh, actually, no, scratch that. Let's go back and talk about this. You can just freeform your thoughts and opinions with an AI using a voice recorder, and that's going to allow the AI to get your take. It's also going to allow the AI to understand what kind of language you use and to script everything in your language. This is the most important part. This is the human in the loop. If you skip this, you will end up with generic AI trash. If you add this, you will end up with something that's unique. So you're going to talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. If you're mad like me and you're doing a live stream, use voice memos, Loom, or go live. If you go live, you get the double punch of people can watch you live. People can ask you questions in the chat here, and I can answer that and add to what I'm doing, but you do not need to go live. No script, just raw thoughts on your topics from the briefing. So incredibly important. You have to do this. Most people skip this, and this is why their content, AI generated content, is crap for this reason. Next up, I take the transcription of my 1 hour live stream. I take the video, chuck it into a tool called Descript. There are other ways to do it. I use Descript. Descript will transcribe everything. It gives me the transcript, and that includes all my ums, it includes all my ers, it includes me swearing, it includes me going on tangents. That's all there in the transcript, so it's quite raw. We then take that transcript and we throw that into an artificial intelligence. You can either automate this or you can just copy paste it. It's up to you. I use that to convert it into the next stage, which is a newsletter. So I'll show you what the newsletter looks like. The newsletter, it's this one from yesterday, is everything that I covered on the live. So you can see the video of the live up here, but it has everything I've covered from the live, the kind of main point, any resources connected to it. I will put those tweets in, and then my take. So this will be from the live stream. It gets my opinions in here, but I also manually edit this newsletter to make sure that it is in my voice and that it makes sense. This is primarily 70% AI generated, and then I tweak and change and work on it until it's clean. Being able to put out a newsletter every day is normally a huge amount of work, but because we've gone through this process of researching, recording our thoughts, extracting the transcript and then converting it into a newsletter, that's allowed us to build a newsletter within 15 minutes of discussing a topic. We're already building assets here. This is really powerful stuff. You can put it through Descript. Whisper does the work, and you want the conversational transcript. You don't want it too clean. You want it to have all of your, sometimes I say that's a whole load of bullshit when I'm talking about some AI company just making some stuff up. We want that kind of stuff in because that is what's going to give texture and flavor to our content. We want the raw stuff. We get that raw text and take it over to Claude or any other AI to tidy that up. I personally use Claude. Claude has been trained in my tone of voice, so it works well for me. But you can use whatever you want. Now we start to get crazy. For each of those topics, I have 3 to 5 topics that I talk about on a live stream. For each of those, I will also spin out scripts. Let me show you what this looks like. If you go on one of my social media platforms, you're like, oh my God, how's he got so many videos? All of these, can you see they're all just me sitting there? They're all sitting in one place. The reason for that is I sat down and recorded 10 videos, just like bam. Yes, that looks very samey on your grid, but in terms of how social media is consumed, it doesn't matter because it pops up in people's feeds. So for you, you might think, oh my God, that looks very samey. That looks very, how are people going to know the difference? It doesn't matter because it's showing up on their feed fairly randomly. So what you're going to do is for every single topic that you've discussed, maybe it's 1, maybe it's 5, you will just spin out scripts. So here's a very basic prompt to write 3 short form scripts, 30 to 60 seconds on this topic. Need a scroll stopping hook, 1 clear insight and a reason to follow. Dialogue only, so it's not giving you B-roll and camera cuts. Attack the topic from 3 different angles. So that allows me to create 3 different scripts attacking a particular piece. And it can do that again because it has my thoughts and my opinions from this stage. When I talk about a topic, I'm hitting it from many different angles during the live stream, or you will be doing during your voice recording, and the AI will be able to pull them out and put them into individual scripts for you. So then you have multiple ways to hit that topic. Only one of them will probably kick off, and that is absolutely fine. Doesn't matter. This is about volume, and we can use AI to create that volume. So one topic creates 3 distinct scripts. If you have multiple topics, you're going to end up with 12, 15, 18 scripts for you to produce. What I would recommend at this point is you just sit down and talk to your camera. Just record those videos. The algorithms on both Instagram and on TikTok reward yapping, especially TikTok. They want people who are talking to camera. They don't want something that is highly produced. If you have fancy lighting, lots of editing, graphic, VFX and stuff like that is now not working very well on social media. So instead, what works is talking to camera. We can now generate these scripts, and you can use the teleprompter inside of, I personally do it in Instagram Edits app. There's a little teleprompter, and I read from the script / go off the script, use it as notes in order to record my videos. And that allows me to record 12 videos in maybe half an hour. So I spend 1 hour doing my live stream, and then I spend half an hour afterwards quickly running off 10, 12, 15 videos. So you can see how this is starting to stack. We now have a live stream, which goes onto YouTube. So you have a long form video. If you've done a live stream, you've got a newsletter. You have maybe 10 short form videos. These short form videos should point back to the newsletter. So you can see we're starting to create a mesh of different connections of different content. Really powerful stuff here. And then from here, let's say you've created all these short form videos, you've got them all onto social media. A next level is you can get the transcriptions of those short form videos and turn them into blog articles. For each of these little stories, they can become embedded on your website. You can grab the transcript, you can convert them into a slightly longer blog article. Again, using artificial intelligence, because we have our unique voice. Our unique voice is in the selection of the topics, the takes here, and then the fact that we have